In the fall of 1944, as the flames of World War II began to slowly fade in Europe, minds in Washington were igniting a different kind of war, a war on paper. In a small room inside the U.S. Treasury Department, Henry Morgenthau Jr., Secretary of the Treasury and Roosevelt's close friend, sat bent over a faded map of Germany, contemplating it like a surgeon contemplating a terminally ill heart. The sound of rain falling on the windows seemed to be echoing the world's grief. Morgenthau raised his head and said in a firm voice, "We will not restore Germany to what it was. This time, the war machine must die once and for all." His idea, later called the Morgenthau Plan, was a new kind of bomb, an economic bomb. He did not want to destroy cities with bombs, but with ideas. He wanted to transform Germany into a simple agricultural country, without factories, without iron, steel, or armaments, without the ability to wage war again. He wrote in his memoirs, "If the world is to know peace, Germany must know hunger." However, the world, as always, is more complex than intentions. At the Quebec Conference in 1944, Morgenthau presented his plan to President Franklin Roosevelt and British Prime Minister Winston Churchill. "This is where war is made, this is where it must be buried," Morgenthau said, pointing to the industrial Ruhr region. Roosevelt and Churchill exchanged glances. The latter seemed hesitant, lighting a cigar and saying with a hint of mild irony, "We may turn the Germans into peasants, but they will sow hatred, not wheat." Nevertheless, the document was hastily signed and later dubbed the Germany into a tranquil farmland plan. Little did Morgenthau know that his idea would spark a political storm as fierce as any battle on the Western Front. When the plan leaked to the newspapers, public opinion in America and Britain exploded. One journalist said, "We're not fighting Nazis to become Nazis in our own way." Criticism poured in, and some considered it a vindictive act that violated the values the Allies claimed to uphold. Even General Eisenhower, the Allied commander, refused to implement it in its entirety when the American army occupied Germany the following year. One evening in 1945, Morgenthau sat in his office, reading the news coming from Europe, millions of displaced Germans, starvation, destroyed cities, and children fighting over a piece of bread. He put the paper aside and sighed to his secretary, "I didn't want them to die. I wanted to kill the idea of war." But ideas don't starve to death, nor are they buried in fields. America soon abandoned his plan, replaced by the Marshall Plan, which rebuilt Germany, not destroyed it.